I want to welcome all of you. From the media to this first official press briefing of the CDC Headquarters Construction Committee. Today's press conference is going to be addressed by the chairman of the Construction Committee, Councilor Jonathan Funanti-Kofa, and at the same time, we're going to be having the chairperson of the CDC, Attorney Kangar-Lawrence, will also be making some remarks relative to the political party. Before the chairman comes up to speak, we will play a documentary cataloging the entire demolition process of the CDC headquarters, and also showcasing what the new headquarters will be looking like when it is done. So we want all gadgets to be handled appropriately for the sole purpose of this entire conference. So you will watch the documentary, after which the chairman of the committee will mount the podium and address the press. Thank you very much.
The Unity Party government gross disregard for the rule of law, burdened by impunity, they continue to abuse power, testing our nation's fragile peace and democracy.
The king of thieves in the night, although those in bonds, shut on the walls, straight into chambers. The Lord still has the truth. We can demolish these broken planets, and we cannot demolish our people. You hear it? The golden horse is legal, but I call it testimony. Every break is a witness. Every broken brick is a witness. Every shattered window is a song of resistance. Be furious because we carry the dream of a free tomorrow. The thing that was scattered, and today we gather. And then we have destroyed our headquarters, and today we build our headquarters.
Can you hear me? If you can't, I'll pick up the mic. As the Christians say, they meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. Mr. Chairman, members of the National Executive Committee, members of the Headquarters Construction Committee, we welcome you, members of the press, to this global press briefing. We say global press briefing because it is being beamed all the way from Vancouver to the Netherlands and Europe and America. Today we're just taking a few minutes to make some very critical announcements, and then we'll take some questions, and then ask our chair to make a few remarks. As you know, some time ago, the Standard Bearer appointed this committee and charged us with the task of leading a comprehensive effort to return forthwith the speedy and expeditious construction of a party headquarters after our Bernard compound headquarters was before the eyes of a watching world unlawfully, viciously, and maliciously destroyed. And out of the ashes of that destruction comes today a new beginning for our noble party. We are here to announce today that on October 18, the standard bearer of our party, former President George Manenguia, will officially break ground at our new party location in the area opposite the Greater Refuge Church. We are calling on all of our partisans to assemble on those grounds, to declare them sacred to the CDC, and to join our standard bearer in launching and inaugurating the new headquarters project. On Sunday, October 19, we will be assembling at the Fokeklong Church for Thanksgiving. That CDC, a party born out of struggle, continues to survive and thrive in the midst of all of the current adversity. So again, we'll be asking all of our partisans, well-wishers, and friends to join us on the 19th for the Thanksgiving service. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen of the press, that is the announcement we have to make, and we'll take some questions.
Okay, so you keep your head up, you pass the microphone, and get the questions.
So, Mr. Chairman, my name is Achille Boa, and I report for Liberia News in Liberia University. I want to know the duration of this project. For how long, or what's the lasting impact of the project?
You mean how long the construction will take?
Yeah. Well, how long?
Okay, so barring unforeseen circumstances, right? This is a project scheduled to take 6 months to a year. Our most expeditious time is 6 months. But of course, those of you who have done construction know, you have to allot some time for whatever delays may occur. But this project, as we listen to the standard bearer, he said that it will be done in record time.
Okay,
Yeah, so,
DN News, you're on.
yeah, so Chairman, my name is Aaron Kuma from DN News Liberia. We are here based on the celebration that occurred following the demolition of the headquarters. And before that, there were legal issues in terms of land ownership or so. There are thousands of solutions out there which will want to be assured as it relates to the acquisition of this new property. How did you get it? And what's the arrangement? Is it like the party or the community bought this new land, or it is lease or rent or whatsoever?
Okay, so it is a purchase, but there are certain things, because this is a briefing on the date and time of the location, there are certain things I will not be able to divulge to you because that is solely within the purview of the standard bearer. It's a purchase, it's an acquisition. It will be owned by the CDC. The building project itself will be owned by the CDC, so it's 100% CDC undertaking.
Yeah. So my name is Yanti from OKFM. When we listen to the former president having an interview on the day of the birthday, talking about building a structure in record time, were you to inform the body what kind of the CDC structure do we hope for? We're giving a different future because the previous one you have a vocational school, you have different buildings there. Can you tell us more about that?
Okay, so first is division, because the criteria given that the property should be on the road, of course it should be in Monrovia, and all of that, you have limitations, right? So based on the criteria given, we'll put up our global headquarters. If there's additional space, and as time go by, we will accommodate. Otherwise, we're fine and we'll be flexible enough to do those activities wherever we think they fit.
Okay, my name is Elijah Pine, and I report for Fortune Television. As it relates to the location of the area, comparing it with your former headquarters, in terms of accessibility, how can you rate that?
It's just as accessible. It has road frontage to the main boulevard, so it's right there on
With the Timbo, the Stanton Pro, 1 weeks.
Yeah, I'm Kwame Oba Weeks. Sir, could you break down what this particular structure will entail, or like what should partisan expect? That when they go to that building, there will be this room, there will be that room, there will be this, that, and all of that in layman's terms. Then my next question will be October 19. Could you elaborate more on the Foclicon Church Assembly?
Okay, sure. The building is expected to be a full level structure. It will have a basement level that will entertain some of the activities you usually see at the party headquarters on a daily basis. You will have a first floor that will have a conference room. You will have an executive floor, and then you will have the standard bearer floor, which will have additional conference rooms.
Okay, we will take Augustus from the closing argument.
October 19, you didn't?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. October 19th is a church service. It's a service to say, look, God, who is our Almighty, you have ordained this process for us. Bless our just cause. Bless our new project.
I'm Augustine, and I report for the closing argument. I'm just more concerned in who needs the party headquarters with things more.
I think I just answered that question. I said the Congress for Democratic Change, both land and building.
Okay, we will take Gerald Morris, Freedom, we take Tambajoni and Gilman, and maybe that'll be it.
So, Mr. Chairman, my name is Gerard Morris. I report for Freedom FM. I want to know the total estimated cost of the project.
The total estimated cost, we're still nailing down that figure, but it's going to be somewhere around 1.5 billion.
Yes, the name is Tambajoni, Mr. Chairman. I'm very concerned you have said there is a global headquarters. If it is global, where are the engineers are coming from?
The engineer is a company called MHD, who will be working on the project. They have locations in Liberia, in Accra, in Lebanon, and in Dubai. They are international firm. They will be also working with local subcontractors.
Gina Hatto, Michael Gilman.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, everybody, and committee members. My name is Michael Gilman for GDA Talk. Mr. Chairman, could you please tell us, the Liberian people, Seditians, the size of this parcel of land and whether it will do everything that the previous excuse was doing. Thank you.
Okay, I think I previously answered that question. It's nowhere near the size of the land of the previous headquarters. To the extent I can accommodate it will accommodate all of our offices. It will accommodate conference room. It will accommodate activities for our members. other things like the Polytechnic School and other places will not be located at that site.
Okay, thank you. That's all for it.
Yeah, so, I mean, we can take 3 more.
Okay, 3 more.
Yes. Okay, so Stephen Conto from Kings FM. Then we go to you. Yes, so after Stephen Conto, we go to our brother in the...
Okay, thank you so much. I'm Stephen Compton and I report for Kings. Mr. Chairman, I want to know as to whether the party is also taking in a direction where it would do same in different counties, like, building or headquarters in other parts of the country as well.
That's an excellent question. It dovetails on something I missed and I should have addressed. The start of this headquarter project is the start of the project for headquarter in each of the 15 counties. So, yes, indeed, thanks for bringing that to my attention. The breaking ground of this headquarters already, citizens are moving to secure land in other parts of the counties, in the various counties capital. I can tell you, for those of us from Grand Crew, we've already secured a parcel of land in Barclayville, and those of us who, particular to Sastown, will do also a sub-office in Sastown. Other members of the party, either executive, prominent members, or ordinary citizens, have been calling and are negotiating now in various counties capital. So when you see this project go up, as it is going up, you may begin to see mini groundbreaking, because this is the groundbreaking for the general groundbreaking for all of them. But the close of this project would be that every single county has a CDC headquarters, which is property of the Congress of Democratic Change.
Thank you so much, Chairman. My name is Ruben Kwa, and I report for Arato TV Liberia. As a chairman, Liberians were closely following the issues at the court prior to the demolition process of the party headquarters. Do you care to give Liberians update? Is it that the demolition activity and the court issues, or you as a party that believe in rules of law? What is the status of the issue despite the demolition process?
Okay, so the party chose not to follow the way of the government, right? Violence and destruction. We believe the eviction was premature, if you see the bleeding so far. So that process is going to be exhausted. It doesn't mean that we're going to go back to where we were before, but it simply means we will put on the record and be able to document what happened. Once the lawsuit are all exhausted, and again, remember, under our laws, eviction does not equate to destruction. There were partisans who have personal property on that site who were not given the opportunity to remove their property when the place was destroyed. You have police officers taking people's things, carrying it, as if it was theirs. So all of that will be litigated. But that litigation will not stop the progress we are about to make.
My name is Emmanuel Sensi and I report for Transparent Line. You care to tell us about the mobilization exercise about this project? How you intend making on the mobilization?
Okay, that's an excellent question. I will save the big announcement for the groundbreaking, but I can tell you, and also to project to all of our partisans and our sympathizers in radio, internet, TV land, wherever you are, wherever you're listening, between now and the 18th, we will do our big mobilization push. Those of you who need to make in-kind contribution, we have the mechanism for that. Check out the website. You can either bring your stuff that day on the 18th, you can buy it and bring us the receipt and we'll pick it up from wherever you were, or you can call us, whatever arrangement you want to make your donation. On that day, if you want symbolically bring one bag of cement, even though you're donating 500, you can do that too. So any way you want to show your love to the CDC on that day, be prepared. But between now and the 18th, we think we should mobilize at least 90% of the resources for this project.
Okay, thank you. So that's all. That's all the chairman can take until then we can allow the party chairman to come.
All right, thank you very much, and it's now my pleasure to introduce our dynamic, stable-minded, very effective chair.
People speak up because he earned that title. So on behalf of His Excellency President George Manabuya, political leader of the CDC, and former president of the Republic of Liberia, and the entire National Executive Committee of the Congress for Democratic Change, I'd like to extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to the Headquarter Construction Committee headed by Councilor Kofa. We want to thank you for the level of hard work so far. We trust the ability of this committee to deliver this project. And we want to use this occasion to rally all citizens and sympathizers of the CDC that a date for the groundbreaking of the CDC National Headquarters construction has been announced for October 18, 2025. The new CDC headquarters location, the new location of the CDC Global Headquarters. Councilor Kofa indicated we are all set and we are mandating all structures of the party to begin immediate mobilization towards October 18 as we call on our people to turn out in mass on that day for the airport construction groundbreaking. So as you may be aware that it was not like you saw the video, the CDC National Headquarters was illegally demolished. In the process of the demolition, there were several looting that took place, including the looting of a vehicle that was parked at the CDC National Headquarters. We have visited the sheriff of the civil law court to trace the whereabouts of that vehicle. To now we have not gotten any indication, and so we're going to take the next steps to see what legal papers can be filed. And we saw on video the demolition of the headquarters, which clearly and it was illegal because we have two active appeals at the level of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia. And we think the demolition, the destruction was premeditated or malicious, because we took every step to ensure that that demolition didn't take place, because they said it was an eviction, but it turned out to be a destruction and demolition of the headquarters, even to the extent that the symbolic sycamore tree was uprooted. That demonstrated the level of malice associated with the demolition. And so there was a clearly politically motivated destruction hiding behind legality. And as we, like Councilor Kofa indicated, we are pursuing this matter to its logical legal conclusion. But we'd like to use this occasion to announce that several items that were looted at the headquarters, including a vehicle, still have not been accounted for, don't know the whereabouts. And so we have contacted the civil law court office of the sheriff, and we have not gotten any indications to the whereabouts of those items that were taken from our national headquarters. So we hold the government fully accountable, that we indicated on the day before the demolition. The government is fully liable for the removal of those items, because the armed police, you saw the green floor at midnight, they were clearly that there was a government perpetrated action. So on this note, we'd like to thank everybody for coming with the all citizens
The Councillor Kufa indicated lands have been acquired all around the country. We are pleased to confirm that the CDC has acquired a parcel of land in Buchanan Grand Bassa County for our headquarters. The CDC already has a parcel of land in Maldivi. The CDC also has all around the country. So we'll continue to give you updates. And if the government meant the demolition, the destruction of the headquarters for bad, it has awakened the spirit and the resilience of citizens and sympathizers from all around the country and from all parts of the world. The level of support that we see trooping to the CDC is a clear indication that this is the people's movement. And we demonstrated through the malicious demolition that we are the party for the rule of law. And people anticipated a violent response from the CDC. But we have again demonstrated that we are the party for the rule of law. And we are the custodians for peace and stability of the country. And we are calling on this government to backtrack from all of these negative activities. And we also want to extend sympathy to the family of the police officer who died. That will be issuing a release later. The death of Officer Mark, which was unnecessary, and this is a clear demonstration of lack of leadership on the part of RG Gregory Omo and the senior staff at the Liberia National Police, but they have been issuing legal orders to police officers to mount the rules of vehicle, thereby endangering the officers of the Liberia National Police and also endangering motorists as well as pedestrians. We think it is wrong, and while we sympathize with the family, we also like to call on the government and the police to account for the several deaths as a result of police shooting around the country. But the police, since 2024, has become violent, starting from King George, and the killing interaction with the police have led to death. And we condemn those actions, and we call on the government and the police to announce the results of investigations of all of those deaths. Even myself here, saw on June 7th, I was brutally assaulted and beaten. We have not issued, and then they said they were investigating. So you clearly see that the police have been using excessive force against citizens. Citizens, probably many citizens who be trying to defend themselves. And that is not good for the country. So we call on the police and the government to be law and body. So on this note, we'd like to thank the committee again. We'd like to call on citizens, call on the party structure, the National Women's League, the National Auxiliary Network, the Mussolano County Chapter, the National Youth League, and all of the structure of the party to get into motion to mobilize our people for October 18th. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. I will be remiss this is truly a national labor of law. The level of outrage that came out of this destruction of the CDC headquarters have galvanized more than just citizens. Let me just give you some statistics that we've gotten so far, even though they will change as the contributions increase. 52% of our donors right now are citizens. 18% are United Party people. 10% are other opposition. 10% identify themselves as independents. And 10% are people who say, yeah, my contribution, but I don't want my name listed. Those are the anonymous donors. So you can see the kinds of people all across the board who are excited about the party headquarters. For rescue, if you want to know the list of that 18%, meet me in room 1026. And